Okay, we back. All right, y'all, we back. That just so happened to happen. We back. My drivers wanted to update at the right time. It's okay. I have to put my nose real quick. Okay. All right. We back. We back. We back. We back. Okay. We back in this bitch. I'm sorry, y'all. I should have waited to update my drivers, but I thought it was gonna happen. It didn't. It's okay. It's all good. Hold on. Hold up. We still on the same one? Nope. Okay, we not. This. We're gonna do this. And then we're going to fix this here. And then bam, bam. And then fix that. Okay, we back, y'all? Are we back? We fixing everything right now. I'll fix it. I was fixing it, boss. Oh man. Jesus, man, the people are weird. Fixing all of this shit. All right. My bad, y'all. I had to fix it. All right, we back. Sorry about that. But as I was saying before I was so rudely interrupted by NVIDIA, still gonna talk my shit. It ain't gonna stop me. Tell me how this looks. I swear people don't know how to read. Because I clearly said the game still looks better than Dustborn and Star Wars Outlaw. I'm going completely off of looks. Acid flip or not. Right? So tell me again how this looks worse than this. Huh? Tell me again how the fuck this looks worse than this. This old diet ass Telltale Games bullshit. What the fuck? And I looked at the game. The game is trash. Let's look at Star Wars Outlaw. What is this? You might have something here, but this one maybe. But the character design is ugly. Why would they do her like this? Somebody help me understand this shit. Why the fuck would they do her like this? The Nethro King says, nah, I think this looks fine at best. I'm a fan of the Telltale design. Like I said, the design in general, like I have no problem with the aesthetic that they try to go for. The problem is how they implement it with Dustborn. They made the characters intentionally ugly, and they do this all the time, right? So let's take a look at the protagonist, actress, right? Let's look at this, right? And I want y'all to look at something, right? I want y'all to understand something, right? I don't care about ads. These ads are annoying. Okay? I want y'all to see something. This is the rest of the game. That's what. Yeah, exactly. Welcome in, Neth. Okay, by the way. And I want y'all to understand something. I want y'all to understand some shit. How do you go from this to this? Make that make sense. How do you look at this picture and say, oh, we're going to put her in the game, and you downgrade her, dude? That is literally a downgrade. And I'm not just talking about the hair. That is a downgrade. Look at her. Look at the face. They gave her an extra cleft on the chin. Like, she doesn't have that. It's not as pronounced here. They fucked the nose up a little bit. She doesn't have the her lips are a little bit thinner up here. This is what I'm talking about, people. But idiots will sit up here and go on my post and say stupid shit like this. People will say shit like this. Fucking idiots. Oh, you're a non-gamer. Bitch, I was just fucking playing fucking Ape Escape yesterday. The same day while all of this stupid shit was going on, I was literally playing games. And I live streamed it. I didn't even see the rest of these because I really didn't give a shit. Oh, it's that. It's a different genre. So what? It still looks. I'm telling you, I would still, if you gave me a choice to either play this, or Dustborn, and these were the only three options I had to play, I'm playing this. Just saying. I really don't care about this whole ratio shit. I made a fucking opinion, and y'all niggas don't like it. Eat a dick. Because y'all are so hyper fixated on grums. This is why this culture war shit is fucking stupid. And it's crazy because Dustborn, y'all ain't even show up for it. All right, let's look at this. In the 24-hour peak, 34. 30 fucking 4 within the last 24 hours. From August 27th to now. Like I said, this is just Steam now. Who is this for? And y'all get mad at people like me for having a fucking opinion. Y'all mad at me because I made an opinion. And then y'all over here riding Mighty Keith's nutsack. The fuck? I don't care nothing about all of that. And I guarantee you, ever since Grums, he got into it with Grums, ever since, and then also too, what made it even crazier, Hypnotic got on his ass. And ever since Hypnotic got on his ass, he's been acting like this ever since. Oh, I just want to focus on the games. Well, then buy the games that you talk about. Did you buy Dustborn? Did you buy Star Wars Outlaw Mighty Keith? And before any of y'all ask me, no, I didn't buy any of those games. I wasn't interested. Neither are they on my wish list. But I'm gonna tell you a couple of games that are. One of them is a squirrel with a gun. Which, let's take a look at that, right? Let's take a look at this, right? Let's look at this. Look at this. Mighty Keith has 600K YouTube subs. He has access same as the journals. He shields for the journals and developers because he gets free access and wants to keep it. Yeah. I wouldn't put it past him, right? So here's the crazy part. Squirrel with a gun has almost literally 818 players right now. You know, I'm curious. I want to see how many people are playing Star Wars Outlaw. I'm curious. Let's see. I want to see. I want to see. I want to see. They're not out yet or something? Why I can't see the player count? Oh, the game isn't on Steam. That's why. It's Ubi only. Ubisoft never releases on Steam for the first year. That's right. That's right. You're right. So we don't know. So 818 players right now. 24-hour peak of 1,600. 5 days ago, over 2,000. So that means people would rather play Squirrel with a Gun over Dustborn. At least. We can at least say that. It's not doing well stock drop for Outlaw. Not surprising. And this is what these people have you believe. And I know it. I know a lot of people are like, well, we shouldn't be talking about the culture war, da 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 da. This culture war stuff is getting old. And I agree, it is. It's stupid. It's dumb. People want to play games. But it's also dumb that we got people that are in gaming right now trying to quite literally inject their policies and stuff into gaming. Where is that community message? I'm looking for the. Here we go. You got people doing stupid shit like this right here. While only 20-something people are playing on fucking Steam. What community do you have? You want to know who I saw the most of this shit from? Other streamers that didn't like your game. And honestly, I don't see how they did it. Because I don't care. If I don't like a game, I'm not interested into it, I'm not playing it. I don't care. I don't care how much you pay me. If I don't feel comfortable with your game, I'm not doing it. Just saying. I don't care how you like it, how you slice it. You don't like it, whatever the fuck. I'm not about to sit up here and play a game that, first of all, quite literally, you're learning how to, that's teaching you about actual cancellation and shit like that. Those are your weapons. Bully, cancel. The fuck? Hell, even Bully, the classic Rockstar game, wasn't about being a bully. It was quite the opposite. But let these so-called gamers tell it. They think they know better. And these are the same people that think Final Fantasy VII is an allegory for their bullshit. Culture war's dumb. But I'm actually, one thing I will, like I said, I've disagreed with Disparity about, is that we need to step up and say something. Because not saying something about it has got us to where we're at right now. Not saying something about it has got us to this point right now. Not saying something has got us to this point where we got people in this gaming space that do not game. Or if they do game, they're casual at best. That want to sit up here and try to pick apart what Grums is doing. Sorry. That want to pick apart what Grums is doing. But they can't support the games that they want. That's what pisses me off, right? Y'all can't support the games. There's other developers, creators out there that actually create the games and that are actually saying, hey, look, I don't like what's going on in games. I'm also making games. Y'all don't say nothing like that. Y'all don't support, hell, y'all don't even support the people on your side. That's the part that pisses me off. Dustborn was made for y'all, the modern audience, whoever that is. Do I have to pull up the numbers again? What up, Brilla? I'm gonna catch you in a sec. I'm gonna get your comments. I see you. I see you. All right. Riddler says people want to profit off of it, which doesn't help. I mean, that goes, that kind of goes with anything people are doing, really, to be honest with you. That's the issue. Anyone could talk about it. You don't need to make money from it to care. You don't. You're partially right. You don't. No. I got you. Really, I'm a Riller. I'm gonna respond to you. Like I said, I try to respond to y'all. I do. You don't do that. Don't do that. I'm gonna do it. My only thing, right? The reason why money's being brought up is because if you put money into something, you're gonna be invested. You're gonna be invested a little bit more. So if I give you 2 games, if I give you a free game here and a paid game here. If you pay the game, if you pick the paid game, you're going to be a little bit more invested. More often than not, because that's money coming out of your pocket. And that's why these people are doing this shit and trying to point the finger at other people and saying, "Oh, you're a grifter." And before I talk about grifters, let me read James's comment. But you got good point, Dark Riller. Good, always appreciate you, man. You always got a good point. I don't see it as much as a culture war. James says it is people not wanting to, or people are not buying crap, and they need to blame someone. So it's the YouTubers and harassers' fault, right? They, too many people pointing fingers like their high school kids, which I don't want to be. Well, I don't blame you. Me neither. But I just put, like I said, y'all know I'm gonna talk my shit. If I don't like something, if I like something, if I have something to say about something, I'm gonna say it. Now, people love throwing this term grifter around. All right, people love throwing the grifter term around, and we've kind of talked about this before, and I think also Hypnotic mentioned it before. Y'all do know what a grifter is, right? It means somebody who's participating in a swindle, right? And also with grifters, here's the other thing with grifters. More often than not, they do not care at all about what they're talking about. Now, like I said, when I made this comment was solely on what I saw. Okay? Now, we don't know, or I'm not sure, what Grums is doing with this project. If he's doing anything at all. I don't know if he pivoted or if he made an announcement pivoting it, saying, "Hey, look, guys, I'm going to pivot from making this game for a bit to doing X, Y, and Z, to talking on YouTube, Twitter, all of this stuff." We don't know. Okay? We simply do not know. And I want y'all to understand that and actually fucking listen. You understand me? If you were a part of his community, or if you were a backer of this, there should be somewhere some kind of update. And I find it weird that people are conveniently leaving it out if there is one or not. Okay? Now, if he didn't have one, he needs to have one. Pure as day. James, I see you. Give me a second. But if he did make one, and you're backing this, and it already looks like you're backing this out of spite anyway, you're already, which is stupid in itself, because you're out here spending money to prove a point, to defame somebody. You wasted money that you could have spent on Dustborn and Star Wars Outlaw to support somebody you hate. It's the same shit like with the Rippaverse detractors. They do that same shit. They buy the comics thinking it's gonna do something. Fucking idiots. But like I said, if there is any community updates with this, it needs to be shown. If not, hey, Grums, you gotta get on that. And like I said, all I'm looking at is what's presented in front of me. I don't care about the other stuff. I don't. Fucking idiots like Mighty Keith out here running around fighting shit. Oh, I don't like Grumps, so I'm gonna follow everything you say, everything you do. I'm gonna screenshot everything. I'm gonna find these. Oh, I got my little cronies to do it for me. Fucking idiots. Y'all want to play slop? Go ahead. If you want to play slop, go for it. You want to play Dustborn with the other 22 people? That's your business. You want to play Star Wars Outlaw? That's your business. That's your problem. I'm over here playing games. I play whatever I fucking want. And like I said, the thing still stands. Keith, you suck at Tekken. You're trash. Last I checked, you were playing what, Lars? Oh, wannabe anime character head ass nigga. Go get the fuck out of here, bro. But James, James says, here's the thing about pointing fingers. When you point a finger at a personality, they are going to react in some kind of way. People who talk on YouTube are naturally going to talk about it. That's true. That is true. That's very true. I just called a stray because I literally was just making my own opinion. Fuck y'all. Like Keith, I don't care about your little nappy ass dreads, bro. I say what I said. Respectfully though. Oh, you think that Grums is going after that guy legally for defamation? Oh. Oh. You said he posted that this morning? Let me check. Hold on. Let me check. Let me check. Let me open another tab. Let's do a checky check. All right, Grums, let me see what you got going, bro. Oh Lord. And I just so happen to see this. Speaking of which, speaking of Grums, he just looking on his road page. Oh Lord. Oh Lord. Do we want to go into this? I don't want to do it. Low key don't want to do it. I'm already in here. I might as well do it. I'm gonna tab this up. I'm gonna put this on the tab. Oh, it's only 20 minutes. Okay, cool. We can kind of live with that. I'll deal with that in a second. Oh. 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 Uh-oh. So recently, a certain anonymous Twitter user / YouTuber and YouTuber have been spreading a lot of misinformation about myself. I want to see if they'll stand by their words. Let's be adults. I'm not Anon, and you have posted my own personal info. Oh shit. Fair is fair. So send me your real name and address, and I'll put it in file with my lawyers. Then let's just talk. If you stand by your statements, you should have no problem doing this, and we can work it out or agree to disagree. Who? Well. How? Okay, so how is this feminine energy? Because somebody's been y'all. Some of y'all are weird. Some of y'all literally are weird, bro. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I know some of y'all may not like. Ooh, boy. All I know is when it's y'all turn, when some of y'all come in the crossfire, I hope y'all have that same energy when it's y'all turn in the crossfire. That y'all gonna sit up here and let people defame you. Talk shit about you. like legitimate. Like people gonna talk shit regardless. That's different. I ain't talking about like that shit. I'm talking about like, you know, crossing the line, putting out personal information. Y'all, ooh. That's why I don't bother with this shit. Cause I'm telling you, y'all start putting out people's personal information. It's y'all think y'all tough only online, bro. I'm telling you. And Dark Gorilla will tell you the era where we come from, that shit don't fly. Bro, you I'm not gonna say nothing else on that. We not gonna dwell too much on that. So let's go ahead and let's grin and bear through this. Oh, this was 2 weeks ago too. I didn't even realize it. That's how much I don't be paying attention to the shit. And it was sad because I actually supported him at one point too. It's sad because I really, like I said, for those who don't know, I got to make this clear, right? For those who don't know, who just meet me or just really hear me about this from me, I have no issue with black people having their own, you know, black owned businesses. I encourage it. I think we should have that. However, I am not a fan of the buffoonery behind it. You feel me? Like I'm not a fan of trying to drag down white people in order for you to get a leg up. You know, chasing down other black people for having a difference of opinion because y'all claim to have y'all want diversity, but you don't want diversity of thought. You just want to see more of us in the game, and that doesn't necessarily equate well. You know what I'm saying? Just because there's more black people somewhere, it doesn't mean the job always gets done. Just saying. All I'm saying is if you give me two options, if there's a lazy black developer and a hard-working white developer, I'm going with the hard-working white developer every time. And if you that makes me a cool Uncle Tom, man, fuck off. Eat a fat one. People are weird, bro. Let's go ahead and get through this. 20 minutes, 27 minutes. Bro, I'm telling you, what is wrong with people? What is wrong with it?
Hello, and welcome back.
Why she sound like that?
To the Black
This is what when people try to sound proper.
Girl Gamers Online Summit. Welcome to the last panel of the day. I know. I hope you've had an amazing time. We are going to end this with some authentic, real conversations about the industry. Something that I know a lot of us wanted to talk about and experience, and during the time we could not. So, this is going to be a pivotal panel. The reality can be accountable allies. I'll be joining sections with gaming community and how people can be accountable allies.
Accountable allies. All right.
I'll be joined by Ash Power Communities and Kim Belair, CEO of Sweet Baby Inc. And narrative consultancy based in Canada. Kim has worked as a writer, narrative designer.
Don't care. All right, let's get to it.
Hi, hello.
What up, Dipsy? How you doing, man?
Thank you so much for joining me on this conversation. This is obviously a very topical and sensitive subject. So first of all, I just want to thank you both for being here and for being willing to share your experiences. I know we've all, myself included, been targeted by the phenomenon that is Gamergate, and
You've been targeted by Gamergate. Is Gamergate in the building with you right now?
Firstly, want to start off with thanking you for your bravery to be here and speak, but also now leading into the panel, tell me briefly about your experiences during the Gamergate phenomenon. We'll start with you, Ash. and just give me a brief synopsis of what you
I wasn't gonna say anything, Judo. I wasn't gonna say anything, but
experienced.
So, I am a video game journalist, and if you know nothing about Gamergate, one of their main hated enemies more than anything is a video game journalist who is not afraid to speak truth to power. And
I hate that term, speak truth to power. Like, it is not even, that's not even true. All right, let's go.
And my experience with that whole chicanery is that they popped up. I went and embedded in their Discord and listened to the kinds of things that they were saying and why they were saying those things. Wrote a piece about how this second Gamergate is a bit smaller and sadder than what it was 10 years ago. And, you know, whenever you write about those kinds of things, it really like kicks a hornet's nest over. And so you get all these kinds of negative attention on your social media, in your email, those kinds of things. I've gotten
which some are fabricated, by the way. Let's just call a spade a spade.
Death threats to my voicemail that I've had to
Gamergate has a Discord. That's what I'm trying to figure out. We got a Discord and I'm not invited. Gamergate has a Discord. Woo. The chicanery is real, people.
To, you know, call the FBI about. And that's just what happens when you try to do your job as a journalist and write about these things that are happening in a truthful and authentic kind of way. And sometimes people don't like that.
Yeah, and Kim, I know obviously with the company and the good work that you've done, you're
the good work. The good work. How many studios have shut down due to Sweet Baby Inc. right now? How many studios have shut down that have worked with Sweet Baby Inc.? Volition already comes to mind. Rocksteady just had layoffs. That's 2. But yes, Judo, we can have beautiful black women in games without excluding. Yeah, exactly. You don't have to be a dick to white people in order to be liked in the fucking gaming community.
Your organization and yourself were huge targets in this phenomenon. Tell us about your experience as well.
Yeah, I would say
Insomniac,
almost in as like patient zero of this wave of Gamergate, in that I think when I think of it as where it started, it was kind of the week that we had announced that we were on both Alan Wake 2 and Spider-Man 2, which are 2, I think, popular games among the game community and players in general. And immediately, I think the targeting began with this kind of like, we found this secret, sinister website from Sweet Baby Inc. Meanwhile, we're on Twitter like, I've been so excited to let people know that we worked on these 2 really great games. And the assumption was essentially made that our work on that had not been story or narrative or character related. It had been to make a black character exist in Alan Wake 2. And
why did it need to happen in the first place?
I think to put pride flags in Spider-Man 2, and that was kind of like the assumption that we had wokeified pride flags in Spider-Man 2, and that was kind of like the assumption that we had wokeified the video games. And then that led to as a company, we were
U.S. government funded organization Take This has called on game developers to attack their own customers for standing up to harassment. Jesus Christ.
Worked on over 80 games together, so there was plenty of fodder for people to start going, oh, is this the reason that all of these games are now woke, that they have people of color in them, or queer people, or any marginalized identities at all? Or
that's not the... Bro, like, honestly, we do not care. I hate doing this because I don't want to seem like I'm upset. I'm not. I am tired of this narrative. We do not care if your character is queer. We do not care if your character is gay, trans, whatever the fuck. We just want a good fucking game. That's what we wanted. We didn't need any of this changing shit to fit modern audiences crap. We didn't need it. Okay? I'm saying this specifically. We didn't need it. We didn't. I don't care. Y'all don't have to like what I'm telling you. That's fine. But I'm tired of having this discussion because it leads to fucking nowhere. U.S. government gave $250,000 to help fund Dustborn, or Dustbin, as some people call it. Is Alucard a gay BIPOC? Exactly. You don't know? That's because those kind of details don't matter when you're playing Symphony of the Night. Exactly. What up, Naglafar? How you doing? Welcome in. And that's what I'm on, bro. These games are classics. We got games that are bona fide classics. You got games that are, cult classics. They are fucking good. People enjoy them. And it has little to do with the identity of the character. And it's crazy. Like I said, look at Squirrel with a Gun. That literally has nothing. That has nothing but just a squirrel running around with guns. And it has 818 people playing right now. Let me refresh. Let's see how many people are actually playing right now. 844 right now. 840 fucking 4 right now. Meanwhile, Dustborn can't even barely crack 50. We don't care Super Mario Clap. We don't. It was always implied with him and Peach, of course. And of course, people are gonna make their fan art. It is what it is. That's part of the game.
Or even sometimes that they perceive like, oh, this
Vampire Survivors is another one.
Is not quite as it used to be, and I think it used to be hotter. So there's a lot of stuff that's been put on us. Quite as it used to be. Sometimes that they perceive like, oh, this woman's design is not quite as it used to be, and I think it used to be hotter. So there's a lot of stuff that's been put on us, both things that we did work on, things that we didn't, and then we kind of just became shorthand for the wokeification, quote unquote, of gaming.
Which is true.
I think we all saw it, and with Sweet Baby becoming essentially, they used your company and yourself as a synonym for what they describe as wokeifying gaming, really. And
which it is. There's no synonym. It is.
Experienced death threats for the team. The team were worried about putting on this summit, hence why we've held it in this platform in general, because there was a lot of relentless harassment, death threats, emails, comments to a small team. And one of the things that actually also affected us as well, and I know affected you both, is libel and slander, like things that were not actually true, but being spread around companies and similar to us. So
okay, watch this. Let's look at this. Hold on. Let's look at this. Okay. Hold on. All right. In law, libel is a published false statement that is damaging to a person's reputation, a written defamation. Exactly. Didn't they? Exactly. But that's not libel. That's not slander. That actually fucking happened. And we have a documentary about that. There is a documentary based on that shit. Okay? Slander, the action or crime of making a false spoken statement damaging to a person's reputation. I want y'all to pay attention to these. This libel and slander. They use this all the time, right?
There's a blurred line between the content creators and journalists. Ashley, how can gamers discern the difference when it comes to consuming or disinformation around people and companies when it comes to Gamergate? How can people discern the two?
So what you want to do is you always want to consider your source. You can get your opinions, you can get your hot takes, you can get your video game reviews from wherever you want, I don't care. But when you are consuming news, like what is happening in the gaming world, consider your source and always consider reliable sources. Your reliable sources are going to be like your big, tentpole legacy media kind of places. I work for The Verge, which is a vertical of Vox Media,
which are both leftist leaning sites. And they try to claim I was doing that to people who have no, exactly. You got to have a reputation to do libel slander or get in some kind of motion. They use death threats all the time. Yeah, that is arrest time. Yeah, they do. But you got to remember, James, it's okay when they do it. Hey, right here, when they do it, it's okay. It's all right when they do it. When we do it, and the crazy part about it, it's from people that don't even have a face, that we don't even know who they are. What they do is they lump us all in the same category. They lump us all in the same category. So if they see this and they look in the chat, they're going to assume that I'm a part of Gamergate, which is the furthest from the fucking truth. I want y'all to understand that. And then, of course, I'm going to get to that later because we got to keep going.
Yeah, there's Polygon, there's IGN, there's GameSpot, there's all these different legacy video game websites that have been around for a very long time that have a vested interest in making sure that the things that they...
Yeah, they do it. They harassed Cabrutus. They sure did. Didn't Kim Belair try to go to Steam? Didn't Kim Belair try to go to Steam and say, hey, get this man's account going? But then now they're over here crying about harassment. Right. And an individual who supports doxing, harassing, and stalking in Wisconsin. Yeah, exactly.
Share with you the things that they write are up to journalistic standards. There are other...
What journalistic standards? Because a lot of y'all stuff is fucking trash. It's been trashed by fucking Smash JT. Smash JT is literally tore y'all shit in half.
Like smaller hobbyist sites that you may want to, depending on if you know the author or are familiar with their work, that you can continue to consume their work, but just make sure that anytime you're reading something that's like news based, like actual factual information, that you are consuming them from reliable
exactly
sources.
So basically they're saying make sure it's approved by what we want, what we think is a news source. That's what this goes back to.
And then we hear all of this, like, so along with the slander and the libel, we obviously got a lot of death threats and slurs in our inboxes, and not even just for us, for our team. I know, Kim, your experiences in your team went through a lot, but what is...
Yeah, it's calling Smash JT's work. Yeah, contracting his wife. Yeah. It was okay when they did it. It was okay when Alyssa Mercante was joking about that and doing it and advocating for it. But now they get a taste of their own medicine from unknown people. They start crying and bitching up.
Yeah,
which is not right to do. I got to make that clear. It's not right to do that, by the way.
Been through some stuff.
Yeah, you've been through some things, so please talk on that. And also please talk on what is this idea of wokeifying gaming really? Like, what is that?
When you put shit in gaming that doesn't belong, when you change shit to fit a narrative. Let's go back to Spider-Man 2. What y'all did with Mary Jane. How she looked from Spider-Man 1 and Spider-Man 2 were completely different. Do we got to go back and look at Star Wars Outlaw? The actress that y'all did for her. Y'all did her dirty. And I say y'all in general. Okay?
people talk about that?
I mean, I think it's part of it's the greater movement, right, towards a lot of like very far right thinking and a lot of.
Well, I guess I'm far right now. Fucking hey. I'm far right now for having common fucking sense. Common sense is a fucking far right talking point now, y'all. Jesus flipping Christ. Why did I do this to myself?
Very regressive material that's kind of just being pushed out across a lot of different, or at least like in a lot of the audiences of a lot of different industries are currently kind of talking about that. And obviously the political.
Marxist idealism, specifically communism and intersectional feminism being interjected into gaming. That's what they mean. Exactly. And that's what they're trying to do.
Landscape is kind of led to a lot of this, but
I
think for a lot of people it really comes down to they see a change that they themselves did not expect. They see a change that they can't fathom that their beloved companies or their beloved teams would ever make themselves, and so they kind of assume that anyone who comes in who looks like myself or other members of my team are the interlopers, right? Like our.
But y'all have been involved with shit. And these changes are unnecessary. Why are you trying to change fucking Lara Croft, for example? Why? Two genders? All right. Overton window shift.
Job can only be tied to our identity. It's speaking of misinformation, I think the biggest thing for us during this campaign is that I would say that any kind of sensitivity work or consulting work in cultural consultation probably represents about 15% of our work. Where
why do you need sensitivity training? Sensitivity for what? It's a fucking video game. It's a far right in the room with you right now, right? What do you need sensitivity training for? You, Naglafar, I'm gone. I'm already regretting this decision, bro. I'm about to go find a game to play or at least go to sleep or something after this. I ain't really been asleep yet. God damn. Make Lara's biddies great again. Yes. Bring back, look, even if they got to be the polygon, the polygon biddies. Bring back the polygons if you gotta. I don't care.
Vast majority of it is actually writing, narrative design, joining writing teams, helping support writing teams, sometimes being the entire writing team for a project or helping with mission design. But the part that really gets everyone assuming that we can't possibly do that other work because all we are is quote unquote DEI, and we became labeled as this DEI company when
which y'all are. The fuck? Super Geek, how you doing? Welcome in. Yeah, oh man, this is like ratio. Oh boy. I know they hot.
The facts of the way that we work are that someone calls in and says, "Hey,
what up,
we're
Rona?
making something. We've made a bunch of choices. We'd love you to either help write, help look at them, help talk to us." And even sometimes our cultural consultation is as specific as it's job consultation. We had to hire a meteorologist at one point to do a consult on a project. And I think that idea of authenticity for people, if you say like, oh, we hired a lawyer because we have to, write about lawyers, no one would ever bat an eye. But they can't imagine that you'd want to bring in someone from a specific background or country or experience to talk about this. And I think there's also this idea that, if a game company is reaching out to external people, that's because they're missing something or they can't handle something, and not because in the very real world of creation across many different media, people talk to each other. People have rights.
No shit, people talk to each other, but y'all, oh man, ooh, I picked a good day for this shit. I sure did. I picked a real good day. Oh boy. Saw Alien Romulus, it was good. Nice, good shit. Like, why that's what we should be asking these people. Why? My thing is, Family Guy recently just made fun of it? Really? Huh, interesting. This is my thing. That's the question we should be asking them. Why do y'all feel the need to do sensitivity training? Why do you feel the need to harass? And then when people don't like your changes, why do you feel the need to harass people and say, oh, and call people or stand with people who call people it's the and phobes, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't like this shit, bro. We don't need to sanitize our games. These games are supposed to be fun. Okay? We don't need a sanitized version of Squirrel with a gun. We just don't need it. Y'all gonna hire a squirrel too to make sure they feel represented? Fucking a-holes.
Writers' rooms, directors and writers of huge movies go to each other's houses and talk and do, punch-ups to each other's scripts, and that's kind of, how creativity works. But
that's different from. They're all in alignment though. They're not trying to destroy some shit that's already established.
This is what it's become.
Yeah. It's very sad to see people doing a lot of the most progressive work become a lot of the most harassment in this phenomenon that was Gamergate, and it was based on a lot of hypocrisy as well, because we saw the hypocrisy of a lot of gamers saying that they and Ash, I'm sure you mentioned this before, saying that they want to make games, but then when marginalized people or people who, if the studios then want to include marginalized people, it's their force to do so.
Yeah,
and
I was
there's
actually
this phenomenon of
No.
feel free to talk on that.
Yeah, no, I was actually going to bring that up because it's interesting that a lot of these Gamergate arguments is that they want developer autonomy. Like the developer should be able to do whatever it is that they want, and they shouldn't have to kowtow to some kind of ESG corporate overlord that controls their purse strings.
Which that's been proven that a lot of companies are doing. Can we get that out of y'all?
When the reality is, with the way that video game development works and with the way video game consultancy works, they have already made those choices. These are the things that you see, the things that they hate, the things that they decry as woke are the choices that they have already made, and they want to improve them, which is why they bring in people like Kim to help make sure that the things that they have already chosen for their games are as best and as authentic as like not insensitive or relying on stereotypes as they can be, so they can.
So, hey, hold on. We're going to look at something. So, how do you go from where is it? I just saw it. Okay, here it is. So, explain this. They don't care about, obviously not. Because how do you go from this to this? I want y'all to look at this shit. How do y'all go from this to this? They're talking about games in general. This is what they're talking about. So Kim Belair is literally the head of Sweet Baby, the CEO of Sweet Baby Inc. And she's talking about her involvement and stuff like that. Ashley's talking about her as a staff writer for The Verge. That's what they're talking about. They're talking about all the games in general. Now, I get it. A lot of people are going to be like, well, it doesn't necessarily matter what the games look like. I'm going to call bullshit on that. Okay? Here's the thing. Video games are a visual medium. Okay? Exactly, James. You said it, right? So, video games are visual. Okay, now some people will say I don't care about graphics, right? That may be true. But I guarantee you, or I can almost guarantee you, at least a 7 out of 10 chance. If I put two games in front of your face and I tell you this game plays like crap, but it has a hot chick in it, versus the one with the ugly ass character, but it runs like butter, depending on how shitty the game runs, you're probably going to go to the hot chick. Bruh. Nintendo. I don't think Nintendo of America will have that in that far. I like Final Fantasy 1, 4, 6, and 7 more than any of the others. It's not even close. I need to play 8 again. Because I played 8 years ago on a demo disc. And I really didn't get into it. Right. I want to hear what their excuses for Gamergate failing. For Concord failing. I really do.
Can resonate the way that these developers have want them to resonate. So it is very much a very hypocrisy. We're not really sensitive or relying on stereotypes as they can be, so they can resonate the way that these developers have want them to resonate. So it is very much a very hypocrisy. We're not really paying attention. We don't really care about any of that. Like, it's not about developer autonomy. They don't care about that. They say they do, but they don't. What it really is that they are upset that they're not seeing the kinds of things that they think they should be seeing, and
they are the ones with the money. That's the crazy part about this. Y'all overlook this one little fact, right? Y'all overlook this one fact. The people that y'all talk shit about with this Gamergate shit, okay? They have money. They're the ones spending on the shit. They're getting the figures. They're getting the collectibles. They're playing the games multiple times. They have the money. And it's been proven. Once again, look at Dustborn. Game can't even get 100 players. Y'all was sitting there tripping. Exactly, James. They tripped over fucking Black Myth Wukong. Oh, yeah, when you said, okay, I know what you mean. Yeah, I forgot about that. As US is 2 and 3 for SNES, I forgot about that part. I thought to me Spider-Man 2 was good. I just didn't like what they did with it. And like I said, we can agree to disagree. And that's the beautiful part about when I have these discussions with y'all, we can agree to disagree. And we can come right back. But at the end of the day, these clowns are sitting there literally ruining shit. If you don't agree with them, you're a racist, you're a bigot, you're a thisophobia, dataphobia. And they want you removed. And if you're a content creator, they want you removed from the platform. Let's slog through this.
It makes them mad, and they want to lash out at something, and they have found convenient scapegoats in marginalized people and people of color.
No. Y'all, black folks and people of color, marginalized people are not scapegoats. Okay? No. A lot of y'all just, getting involved with shit and it don't go well. And y'all try to change shit that don't need to be changed. Period.
And is it so taking on what you've said, because we also consulted here Black Girl Gamers for a large studio and for other smaller studios as well. And there's that idea that, again,
no, I play on PC, Ben. Why? So I go full right. Shout out to Ryan Roger I keep getting his last name wrong, but shout out to Ryan Roger. Yeah, didn't these mofos at one point call some gamers terrorists? Yeah, they did. They try to call us terrorists for not liking. Imagine calling somebody a terrorist for not liking a video game. So Ben, I'm gonna need you to answer this wisely. What does that have to do with this conversation? What does me owning the PS5 have to do with this? I would love, man, if once Stellar Blade comes to PC, it's a wrap. I have a PS5, don't play it at all, playing on Stellar mine. Ooh. That's crazy. Only turn it on for the PS Plus games. Oof, good lord. One thing I hate about MJ's face is, she do look like PC Game Master, bro. Like, honestly, I built my first computer, my PC build back in 2017, my first build. and I haven't looked back since. Like, I'll play some games on console, sure. Like with friends. I got a Switch. Yeah, I'll play some. But God, dog, bro. Like I said, I really wanted to try Stellar Blade. I just might wait until, like I said, I'll wait until it gets to PC though. Just saying.
We're changing the game, and I think it's just because we've got the word black in our name. People are just like, they have to be aggressive, and it's definitely not the case. But when it comes to Gamergate, you know, we had the first one in
Diablo 2, Symphony of Night standards for graphics. Okay.
2014.
For your taste,
and then 10 years later, we're having the same exact phenomenon, the same behavior perpetuated against marginalized people.
No, baby, it's not against marginalized. It's against people who don't game like that.
And specifically, this wave was about consultation. It was very interesting to see a lack of statement. We've seen obviously some studios make recent statements on consultation recently and actually stand by their consultants, which is great. But for the most part, obviously, Kim, you said you make work on like 70, 80 titles, and we've worked on at least a good number. There's been this, you know, underlying kind of silence or just ignoring of the Gamergate situation.
So, of all those titles, I have a question. So, with all of those titles, I would like a list of those titles that y'all had a hand in, and I want to know how well they've done. I'm curious. I want to know. I really do want to know.
Situation, and what does the industry need to do to help curb these negative moments in the future? I'll start with Kim.
I would say that at a certain point, it's a macro level community management, right? It's learning how to, I think, express these kinds of things, not only when we have these spikes of hate campaigns, but also in general. I think that there are some studios that do a much better job of it than others, I would say. But what I think strikes me all the time is that I don't think there's as much at risk in speaking out as a lot of people are afraid of, right? I think, and I think that there's a lot of, you know, the sense of it'll blow over. And in a way it does, right? Everything ends, everything kind of ebbs and flows. But at the same time, I think that it's completely fine to do it when it's not, when Gamergate is not a flame, right? It's fine to kind of speak your truth to your values and kind of like really stand by them at other times. And I think that
so this is the other thing that I asked him, right? So it's okay to speak truth to power, as they say, right? Does that go both ways? I mean, we know the answer to that question, but I really want to know, does this go both ways? Because if they can speak their mind, their opinion, their truth, if you will, how is it that me, and I'm a black man, mind you, why is it that I have to shut up and be in line with this? I find that very odd that I, as a black man, have to stay in line with this shit, but they can speak the truth to power, right? Because this is what goes on. This is the real thing that, you know, Gamergate's a problem. No, it's not. And this is crazy because do we not? There was a clip. I gotta go back and find it when I can. There was a clip of somebody at a summit talking about if somebody doesn't get any consultation from either Sweet Baby or something else, or somebody similar, that they will be writing harsh reviews. Favorite Spider-Man 2. Nice. Super geeked him. Still plays. Hey, I still play Switch too. Hey, F-099 is the shit.
That's something that would help prevent it, and to kind of be more, and I think also to be more open and honest just about the way that people work with consultants, because I do think that there's often this sense, you know, even on the company side, that, well, we don't necessarily, we want to say like, this is our game, we don't necessarily want to look at this, or we don't want to always show how the sausage is made, and we also don't want anyone to, you know, put all the attention on someone else outside the team, and I fully get that. You don't want to always reveal every single part of the game, I think.
Yeah, exactly. It's extortion. BlackRock with ESG scores is involved too. Yeah. And if they don't get with these people, their scores will go down.
Team. But for someone for a group like us, I think it's always helpful to be able to be clear. And a lot of places have allowed us to speak on it, to be able to say, well, this is exactly what we did. But there's always those times when you kind of wish you could just have a little more transparency in general, because I think that would, at least to some people, because obviously there's a huge contingent of this movement who has no care for the truth.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it would still
It's not about having care for truth. You've already fucked it over. That's why people don't care about your truth, because you've already shown your hand what you're going to do. Why do you think Caboose is popular right now? I really wouldn't mind either. Like, honestly, I don't mind playing a game with all black folks. Like, I never had a problem with that. It's just that I know that a lot of this stuff now, especially coming from shit like this, come on now. SBI, God of War Ragnarok, yeah. Usual June, I never heard of that. Dungeons and Dragons Dark Alliance. Space Tow Truck, Isaac Newton's favorite puzzle game. Really? Flintlock, oh yeah, I remember hearing about that. What? Renowned. God damn it, Renowned. I got a PS2 emulator, bro. I got a PS2 and an emulator. What's up? I like that. I have to get me a PS3 eventually one day.
Be very helpful to have a source of truth out there to say, well, here's what we did on this project, here's how we're going to talk about it, and here's why we really enjoyed working on it, or here's what value it brought.
Yeah, no, I completely agree. It's interesting navigating it.
And also, Sue, you notice how there's like no real conversation between the three? There's literally no real conversation. It's, oh, I agree. Everybody's coattailing each other. There is no real conversation.
Scenario like that when, for the most part, you've literally done nothing and it's just popped out of nowhere, and you now have to deal with something that the industry can pass off as, oh, it will pass. But for people like us, black women and marginalized people in the industry, this is not something that just passes. This is something we...
Oh, they made it about race again, guys. Fuck. It's not about race. I'm telling you, it's not 100% about race. I guarantee you. It's not just because you're black and you're marginalized, okay? I promise you it's not that. You can be black and marginalized and still make decent games. God, this is annoying. Drew, I ain't seen you in a minute. How you doing, Drew? I'm over here trying not to have a headache.
We have to live through. This is something we have to experience. With Ash, someone impersonated Ash to us as a person, and that was completely randomly, because we didn't even meet in person until we went and saw each other at Ubi Forward later on during the year. So it's such an interesting dynamic that such a huge...
It's out, yep. Man, he got the list going. James got the list.
Moment that can really affect but also just hinder and be annoying to people who are making progress in the industry, can go so overlooked and just be brushed under the carpet.
Progress where? What progress? Progress where? Concord just shut down after 2 weeks. How is that progress? Talking about some goddamn progress. Oh, man. You can't even get 100 people to play fucking Dustboard. How is that progress? I bet you they're gonna blame Gamergate for this one, boy.
By the industry.
I think annoying is a very good word for it, because largely it doesn't materially affect...
I'm annoyed that I have to sit there and watch this shit.
Our work, right? The vast majority of these companies already know what's going on, and they still hire us. They know what we actually do, and it doesn't...
They don't have much of a choice, because if they don't hire you, they're gonna get low ESG scores.
Necessarily change our baseline survival, but it does change the comfort level with which we can exist in online spaces. And so it ends up being this kind of like very challenging, but still like it's just it's a distraction.
Yeah.
It feels very much like it's a time wasting thing. It's a demoralizing thing, but it has this weird effect of, it doesn't affect your day to day, but it's like noise outside. A friend of mine and a studio who had been targeted in the past referred to it as kind of like, it's as though you still like you're living at your house and these people have kind of camped it on your lawn.
Yeah.
Where they're kind of like, hey, we want to yell at you, we want to say bad things about you, but ultimately you just have to work.
But if you put out good work, folks won't have to be on your lawn.
But there's just going to be people kind of shouting, and it makes it harder, but it doesn't stop it from happening.
So y'all trying to say words hurt?
Yeah.
And
Go ahead.
And I will say, as loud and as demoralizing and as
we're almost done,
messed up as this whole thing is, this is actually a really, 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 really small part of gaming as a whole.
Yes.
It's a very terminally online problem. If you are not terminally online and you are a gamer, if you're even your average gamer, your most
hyperbolic, paranoid, yeah, exactly,
average gamer, which is probably like a 13-year-old boy or girl who plays Roblox, they have no idea this is going on. Even the grown adults who pay money, who buy their like one game a year, they have no idea what's going on. Even if they are online, this is just something that does not affect the regular rank and file gamer. So I don't.
If it doesn't affect them, why are you so hell bent on trying to insert it? Oh, words, sir. You just played the, bro. I ain't played shit, bro. What?
Don't want people to think that this is like a common problem, or this
Thank
is a big
you, Gypsy,
problem,
yes.
or like people, all these people like have
really
this
the
much
opinion,
hate. Yeah, it's just not that big of a problem at all. It gets amplified because it's a really small population and they have extremely loud voices, but
that's what to be said about y'all.
Average gamer does not know about this and they do not give a shit about it.
So well, the average gamer doesn't know and don't give a shit. So we could just put it in there. It's okay. We can put it in there for progress sake. Have a game shut down in less than 2 weeks because progress. Fucking hell.
At least at the end of the day, that's what you can take away and feel better about it, despite the fact that, we are all mired in this mess that we have to interact with on a daily basis or whatever. Like, it's really outside of that. Nah, this is
interact with who? You block almost everybody that has a different. You block everybody who has a different of opinion than you. I'm already blocked by black girl gamers. I've been blocked years ago, since the fiasco with fucking Gothics. So, how are you?
It's not a thing that doesn't even register.
That has been a tremendous comfort for me. I think in the months when it was especially loud. I remember I went to GDC and I went to a couple other events, and I kind of had that expectation of or if someone I meet somewhere goes, oh, where do you work, and I have to say Sweet Baby Inc. I had that expectation of like
their wins.
You're going.
Yeah,
like is this going to be okay? Or my Uber driver asks and stuff, and it's been anyone who has heard of us has been like, yeah, I'm sorry you had to deal with that, which has been lovely. And then a lot of other folks, both in the player community and in the dev community, have just been like, oh, I had no idea. I'm sorry that happened. But every time I get I have no idea, I'm like, yeah.
Two CEOs and a journalist walk into a bar. Oh shit. Jesus Christ.
Feels kind of nice.
Asking for the margarine because they're marginalized.
Is good. I did. That was my next question in terms of spinning it to a positive note. One, it also shows that the work that we do, the consultations to happen, the writing on. One, it also shows that the work that we do needs to happen.
No, it doesn't need to happen. Sorry, I don't care about what you're talking about. No, baby, it doesn't need to happen. You essentially shut down. I can't talk right now. Essentially shut down at least 3 to 5 studios within the past few years. No.
Writing on the marginalized communities in gaming needs to happen. The consultation for games needs to happen.
No, it doesn't. No.
The small community though they are small, they are loud, and we do need to have our contrasting narratives out there. Gamergate, but
then make your own and see how that does. Make your own, please. You do not need to infiltrate other people, other companies, and get mad at people like Cabrutus, Hypnotic, for noticing y'all and calling y'all out. That's why y'all have to hide your involvement.
In the next kind of 10 years, well, we hopefully won't have another Gamergate in 2034.
Shit, hopefully gaming will still be around by then, because y'all try to fucking sanitize it all.
But what are the things that you think the industry could be doing to foster a better environment in the next 10 years to support companies like yourself and journalists like yourself, Ash?
The way that companies can support journalists, give us money.
Well, no, if you don't do your job, you don't need money. Period. You were blocked by one super. Okay. Probably the cookout or some shit like that.
It's really hard because
if what they were Dempsey, yes, you said it. If what they were doing was kosher, they wouldn't get all bent out of shape when others notice what they're doing. Yes.
The way that the media landscape works is like, it's not on the video game developers to keep journalistic outlets alive. That's not going to be a thing that they do. That's going to be up to the hedge funds that, you know, buy up sites and then strip them for parts and then sell them off in hopes of making a quick buck. They don't have the solution to that problem, unfortunately. But the things that I think that they can do is to continue on doing the things that they're kind of doing right now with the way that they are making these games. We have so many games from like AAA and indie that are featuring all these kinds of different characters, these different actors. There are people that are doing the work to make sure that their games are as inclusive, both behind
No, we don't. Nope, that's what
the scenes and, you know, on the game itself. And then that trend has just been continuing on and on and on, and we're seeing this increase of these more diverse games from these diverse.
I've also been seeing an increase of games flopping too. Y'all not gonna talk about that? No?
Narratives and these diverse people. And as long as the industry keeps doing that, that's great. That's really all we need. And what the one thing I will say is that it would help for these big publishers to just maybe one time go like, we don't really rock with you guys. You don't speak for us. We have done the things that, you know, we wanted to do, and this is what it looks like. And if you don't like that, that's fine.
And that's why these game companies go under, because y'all think y'all have the vision and y'all forget and y'all talk shit about the customer.
There has to be, we have to divorce our.
Oh yeah. She blocked me a while back too. Yeah, she blocked me a while back too. She sure did. Yeah, you don't. Yeah, let gamers speak for themselves. Exactly.
From like offending people who might purchase our games, right? Like they don't really say that because they don't want to really step in the shit, and I don't really blame them for it. But at the same time, we have to get comfortable with telling people, if you don't like this shit, then it's not for you, and you can go elsewhere. And that.
Well, that's crazy, because that's what folks are doing, going elsewhere. And game studios are getting shut down. So who's the problem?
Not everything has to be for you. And that this is a game that we decided that we wanted to make, and we're very happy with it, and we're happy with all the choices that we made. And if that's something that bothers you, you go elsewhere, right?
It's so
letting the people know that they're not welcome is probably the best thing we can do.
So y'all are basically saying, she actually just said it. She just said it, right? Ashley just said it. So when these people go elsewhere and the company goes out of business because you said to tell the company to tell these customers, this is what we want. We don't care about what you want. you don't like it, go elsewhere. I will replay it.
And people know that that's something that bothers you. You go elsewhere, right?
It's so
letting the people know that they're not welcome is probably the best thing we can do.
Letting people know that they're not welcome is probably the best thing we could do. Keep in mind, this is her effing around and finding out has not happened yet. Right. The loud part out loud, right?
It's so funny that you say that, because the gaming industry had no issue doing that for a very long time when Black people were ostracized.
Girl, shut up, please. Shut the fuck up, please. J. Marie Lopez. I'm making her middle name up, okay? Shut up. Shut the fuck up, please. Okay. Talk about you were marginal. What the fuck?
Very long time they were very much like, this is what we make, and you deal with it. And now that there are more games that are including more Black and brown and marginalized people, it's like they feel like they need to apologize for including us, and it's a very different tactic that we see. We don't see that kind of steadfast.
It's not apologizing for including y'all, it's that they're apologizing because they're dealing with y'all's stupidity. That's what I'm trying to nag before. We were always welcome to gaming. They loved us.
This is our creative vision when it comes to. I think it would be a great way of handling it for games in the future that do come out, that do have marginalized groups, because we still have the games that are very monolithic, and a lot of gamers play them. They're great games as well, but I think both of them can exist in ways that can have that public statement where you can say, this is our creative vision, and
no,
we were going to stick by it. I think threading the needle, especially to bigoted audiences, I think that's
bigoted. You heard it here first. Bigoted audiences
that explicitly express bigoted views is the problem when it comes to that. Kim, you wanted to say something.
Those so-called bigoted people got the money. Y'all broke. That's why y'all doing all of this shit. Bro, y'all barely... I got more subscribers than y'all. How the hell? I just realized that. I got more subscribers than y'all. That's wild. That's crazy. Whew. All right. Let me stop.
Yeah, well, I was going to say, I think that, we talk about representation as innovation a lot at Sweet Baby, where representation is not just, nobody wants check boxes and tokenism, right? Which is what always gets thrown at. It's like, oh, you just want this, you just want that. But no, to me, bringing in new perspectives, bringing in new ideas, bringing in different cultures than we've seen before, different experiences, it creates something new. And
okay, then make a new game. Make a new game. If you want a new experience, put in a new game. We don't need you to change Spider-Man. We don't need you to make a new experience with Spider-Man. Give us a new game. Not hard.
And I don't think, outside of that very small audience, I think largely people do want something new. People want to have new stories. People want to go on new kinds of adventures.
But they can't, because if it's not what y'all want it to be, it doesn't exist. Now presenting, can you name one good game they made? I don't think I can.
People want to be able to experience new kinds of game mechanics based on X, Y, or Z. And so for me, it's like, if representation is innovation, innovation is change, at the end of the day, that's all that they're really, really afraid of, right? They're afraid of anything that
I haven't heard, like I said, I haven't had a chance to play it myself either. I don't have a PS5.
Doesn't look like they remember. And we all have the Super Nintendo games or whatever, the old games that we cling to nostalgically, but everything evolves, everything changes, and I think that's...
Representation does not equal gameplay. Thank you, Drew. Appreciate it.
I think as long as as folks remember, we're making products, but we're also making art, and we're going to stand by it. I think that's exactly the way to go.
Yeah, completely agree. We have to wrap up. This has been to hear your experiences and hear you so that, you know,
can find my writings.
Nope, don't care. All right, we're done. We're done with this, and then I'm gonna add another one for good measure. Bow down. Sorry, not doing it. Can't do it. Sorry, I can't do it, bro. Over the the blackness mechanics. Oh shit. Oh man. How would they know what's a black mechanic? Jesus Christ. Oh, that's a good one. Oh jeez. Like y'all weird, bro. That's why I said this culture war stuff is fucking weird. He's out here mad. I can't believe it. Folks are literally mad at me. That's what they're different. Exactly. People are literally like Dipsy. You got to see this, man. Like people are literally mad at me because I made an opinion about Grums' game looking better than Dustborn and Star Wars Outlaw. Mighty Keith, once again, I'll say this again, bro. Get your head out your ass, bro. Go back to making your content for real. Go back to making your content for real. Because, like I said, I have no issue with you, bro. Like, really? I talk my shit. Oh, my God. I talk my shit. You know, I talk my shit, but on the real, Mighty Keith, work on your shit. You out here mad at fucking Hypnotic. You're mad at Grums so much that anybody, that's where I don't fuck with. Don't come over here bothering me because I didn't mention you nowhere in this shit. Nowhere did I mention you. And I didn't even get into the fucking quote retweets. And then this old racist ass, hold on. I didn't even see this shit. Hold on. Fucking bitch ass little nigga. Y'all don't hear no chirping this bitch. See what I'm saying? Like, that's the crazy part about these little fucking little nigga, fuck you. That's why you always hide your fucking face. Talking about some Kate Bush's husband. Nigga, no, fuck you. Y'all claim to be fucking always, it's always the one that claim to be inclusive. And this fucking, this little chupacabra looking ass nigga. How the fuck, I'm on your ass, little nigga. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. This nigga wants to sit there and talk about some, talk about somebody cooning. Nigga, your shit nappy under that hat. Let's not do this. Nigga, how the hell you got pink on? You want to sit there and try to call somebody yes master, no master, nigga? And you got the waifu hat on. Of a bitch you never ever get in your... You wouldn't get a bitch that look like that in real life. Let's stop do that. Let's not do this. I'm tired of y'all. Please don't do this. Like I said, niggas do this shit over a damn opinion. Bruh, that all I did was show his picture. I'm like, nigga, don't you dare. You look like that and you want to talk about me, talk about some yes man. You need to find some better clothes, nigga. Oh, fucking house ass. Ooh, boy. And he looks like he likes it. He likes that shit. Remind y'all, dog, this is all over the opinion on the internet. And it's okay when it happens to me. But if somebody came at Mighty Keith sideways, if I said Mighty Keith's hair looked like a dirty mop, I'd be wrong. If I said Mighty Keith sucks at Tekken, his Lars is trash, I'd be wrong. Fucking trash ass. Like, the fuck wrong with y'all? Leave me alone. I just have an opinion and y'all don't like it. Eat a dick. Work on your content. Y'all gotta bother people for content. Leave me alone. Work on your shit. I'm a gamer. I play games. And it's crazy because the same day I made this was the same day I was playing Ape Escape. Y'all don't believe me? That shit is literally on my channel. Dude looks you in a box of pebbles. I'm saying, like, leave me alone, bro. Like, if you want to have a discussion, that's fine. We can talk about it. We can have a discussion. I'm more than welcome to have a discussion with you. But this shit, I'm not playing with. Didn't nobody ask for you. Remember, exactly. Now people can just talk on the internet. Oh, God, don't even get me started on Alyssa McCunty. Oh, Lord. No, don't get me started on that bit. Oh, no. Kate Bush's husband is a terrible person in general. If you see wash your crack, I think that's I don't be looking and I don't be caring, bro. Like I said, I literally made an opinion. This little intro of a game looks better than fucking DEI slop. Funded, government funded. Dustborn was literally government funded. And you can't get 100 people to play your... Nigga. Dustborn is a government-funded game. And you can't even get 100 people to play. Dipsy, thank you for coming by. I'm about to end the stream myself. I appreciate you coming by. It's always a pleasure to see you. You can't even get a game, a government-funded game. You can't get a government-funded game to get at least 100 people, 250K? Bruh, you trash, bruh. Dustborn was made for you, the modern audience, and you couldn't show up. But somehow, I'm wrong for this shit, for saying my opinion. Eat a dick. You broke bastards. That's why the fuck your stupid ass is over here, Mighty Keith. Work on your content. Work on your Tekken skills. And I haven't even played Tekken in a while. I'll probably mop the floor with you. Probably not. I don't know. Shout out to Disparity. We even had a disagreement. Fucking broke bastards. You out here giving money to somebody you hate instead of fucking Dustborn that needs it. Fucking broke bastards. Hell, that's crazy. I got more people. Wait. I got more people on my shit than Dustborn. I mean, that wasn't going to take much, but all things considered. And yeah, so what? I follow Grums. I follow Mighty Keith too. Oh, but shit like this makes you not want to follow no nigga no more. Fucking wrong with people. Anyway, you're right. Broken, yeah, the modern audience is not a real fan base. Music is better, that's for sure. Shit. Damn right. I got a whole lot of that. I'm gonna be working on that this month. My Donkey Kong YouTube video had more up on it than this one in my channel. Ain't that right? But I want to say thank everybody. I want to thank everybody for coming and watching. I appreciate y'all. If y'all haven't yet, be sure to drop by, sub to my channel if you haven't already. Man, I got a lot of videos on the way. I'm working on part 3. Y'all know I do Strip Club Chronicles. I do the Emperor's Court podcast like this. I also do other things as well. Music. I also do a little bit of gaming. Yeah, right now I'm locked in with gaming wise. Gaming wise, I'm making progress in Donkey Kong. We over here talk about monkey games, not Donkey Kong. Ape Escape. Exactly, Drew. Exactly, nigga. And like I said, I'm over here catching strays because of it. Eat a dick. I'm over here catching strays because I don't like Grums. I'm gonna find somebody who is saying something positive. I'm gonna find somebody else. Don't know that that's somebody that could be a fan of you. That's why y'all gotta be careful with this shit, bro. I keep trying to tell y'all, content creators, be careful. You can disagree, that's fine. But be careful who you try to go after. Y'all out here doing this shit for fucking content, bro. Get the fuck out of here. Bro, hey, Naglafar, thank you for coming by. I appreciate you. Yeah, I know. The Black Girl Gamers joint kind of bug me too. That's why I don't do it often. I really don't. I don't do stuff like that often. Because I'd rather not. If I get less views for it, that's fine. It is what it is. It happens. I'm gonna be working on a whole lot of things. I do got Strip Club Mix number. I think it's, what number are we on? Let me double check. Let me see something. Let me see what number we're on. We're on number 17. Okay, cool. Okay, yeah, we're on number 17. So number 18 is I'm gonna try to get out 18 this month. I'm gonna try to get out Strip Club Mix 18. I got Strip Club Chronicles. I got part 3 I'm working on. And I got a lot of stuff that I work on, man. Like I said, that's why I don't be bothering with a lot of this shit. You know, I'll give my critique, I'll give my opinion here and there, but I don't care, man. Bro, yeah, my hat's off to them. My hats are off to them that do this shit and they do that on the regular. Shout out to Hypnotic and Smash JT, the rest of y'all that talk about this stuff on a regular, because I can't do it. I refuse. I'd rather do a whole lot of shit. Man, look, I'm gonna go, when I get off stream, I'm gonna go lay down, take me a nap, and I'm gonna get up, play some games. Fuck it. I don't care. Let them be mad. I'm gonna still grow. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate every single one of you guys for coming by. I appreciate y'all. I really do. If you guys want to become a member of the channel, support me. $2.99 a month. You know what I'm saying? I got a whole lot of stuff going on. You know, I got a lot of stuff, like I said, music, gaming, vlogs, a couple of podcasts that I work on. Sometimes I work with other people. You know what I'm saying? Hey, sometimes that's the best way to go about it, James. Make images and make fun of them. Hey, sometimes they're not even worth making fun of. Like, I'll make fun of them maybe in passing, and that's it. I'm done. And I'm focusing on other shit. I'm actually building another brand. I also got another brand called the Dynasty Dimes. That's where I work with my dancers and stuff like that. Dancers, models, you know, adult entertainment stuff. So work on that as well. James, thank you so much for the 20. I appreciate you so much, bro. Pure character looking at himself in the mirror saying thanks for being you. With hearts popping out of his eyes. Yeah, that's how it's got to be. And I thank every single one of you guys. And for those of y'all that are, when it comes down to this culture war stuff, hey, just keep fighting the good fight, man. Do your thing. Okay, find the games you enjoy. All right. For all of y'all especially for those of y'all that's talking this culture war, find games that you enjoy, please. Hey, I got you, Negafar. Thank you for coming by. I'm wrapping up too. Find games that you enjoy, please. Okay? I know it's a whole lot of bullshit games out there. I get it. But find games that you enjoy. I don't care how new they are, how old they are, AAA, indie, whatever. Find games that you enjoy and share it with the world. That's what I encourage you to do. Find something. Find something. All right? That's how you fight every day, Fatal Crest, by finding games that you enjoy. Shout out to Disparity. I got to give Disparity some credit because Disparity himself says, hey, look, I'm not going to talk much about the culture war. I'm just going to do my thing. I'm going to play the games that I enjoy. He does that. He does. He plays a lot of strategy games. It's a little harder to get views because it's strategy games. Not a lot of people play strategy games, but he does a good job at it. He plays strategy games as well as RPGs and more games of the like. But I wanted to make sure I give that shout out specifically to him, as well as Dark Riddler. There's other people that do it as well, but Dark Riddler, Disparity, I got to give them credit because they do their thing. You know what I'm saying? They play the games that they want. I'm in their streams when I can. You know, gotta support the homies. Gotta support the black male gamers. All that. You feel me? And I want y'all to do that. I want y'all to do the same. Find games you enjoy if you can. Very niche. Yeah, very niche. And you just got to do it. Just got to get your shit out there, man. Play the games you enjoy. Have fun. And this other shit, let it fall to the wayside. You can still speak up. Speak up. I'm glad you're speaking up. For those that are speaking up, I'm glad you are. Keep speaking up, but also keep, decompress. Find the games that you enjoy. All right? That's going to be it for me. I'll catch you guys on the next time. All right? You guys be easy, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace. And God bless.
The Dynasty